The importance of visiting Masjid Al Aqsa. Abu Huraira, relates that the Prophet said, "Do not undertake a journey to visit any mosque, but 3, this mosque of mine, the Mosque of Al-Haram and the Mosque of Aqsa." Sahih Muslim 1397. Many similar hadiths appear in Sahih Bukhari, Ref 1189, Abu Dawud, Ref 2033, and Nasa'i, Ref 700, and Amp, Ibn Majah, Ref 1409. There are also other narrations from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri relating the same message in Tirmidhi, Ref 326, and Ibn Majah, Ref 1410. Great virtue in praying at Masjid Al Aqsa. Abu Darda, relates that the Prophet said, "A prayer in Makkah Kaaba is worth 1,000 times reward. A prayer in my Masjid, Madinah, is worth 1,000 times. And a prayer in Al-Aqsa Sanctuary is worth 500 times more reward than anywhere else." Bayhaqi Abu Dharr, may Allah be pleased with him, said, "We were discussing when we were with the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, which is better, the Mosque of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, or Bayt al-Maqdis, Jerusalem. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, 'One prayer in my mosque is better than 4 prayers offered there, in Bayt al-Maqdis, and what a good place of prayer it is. Soon there will come a time when if a man has a piece of land the size of a horse's rope from which he can see Bayt al-Maqdis, that will be better for him than the whole world.'" Al-Hakim 4509. Anas ibn Malik, relates that the Prophet said, "A man's prayer in his house is equal, in reward, to 1 prayer. His prayer in the Mosque of the Tribes is equal to 25 prayers. His prayer in the mosque in which Friday prayer is offered is equal to 500 prayers. His prayer in Aqsa Mosque is equal to 50,000 prayers. His prayer in my mosque is equal to 50,000 prayers. And his prayer in the sacred mosque is equal to 100,000 prayers." Ibn Majah, Da'if Hadith. Abdullah ibn Amr reports that the Prophet said, "When Sulaiman bin Dawood finished building Bayt al-Maqdis, he asked Allah for 3 things: judgment that was in harmony with his judgment, a dominion that no one after him would have, and that no one should come to this mosque, intending only to pray there, but he would emerge free of sin as the day his mother bore him." The Prophet has said, 2 prayers were granted, and I hope that the 3rd was also granted. The second house of Allah on earth. Abu Dharr, reported that he asked the Prophet, "O Messenger of Allah, which mosque was first built on the surface of the earth?" He said, "Al-Masjid Al-Haram in Mecca." I said, "Which was built next?" He replied, "The Mosque of Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem." I said, "What was the period of construction between the 2? He said, 40 years. He added, "Wherever you may be and the prayer time becomes due, perform the prayer there, for the best thing is to do so, that is to offer the prayers in time." Sahih Bukhari 3366. A similar hadith is also narrated in Sahih Muslim, Ref 520a, and in Ibn Majah, Ref 753. The importance of donating to Masjid Al Aqsa. Maymuna bint Sa'd, relates that she asked the Prophet, "O Messenger of Allah, tell us the legal injunction about visiting Bayt al-Maqdis." The Messenger of Allah said, "Go and pray there. All the cities at that time were affected by war. If you cannot visit it and pray there, then send some oil to be used in the lamps." Abu Dawud, the virtues of wearing ihram. From Masjid Al Aqsa, Salama, relates that the Prophet said, "If anyone puts on ihram for Hajj or Umrah from Masjid Al Aqsa and then proceeds to the sacred Masjid Kaaba, his past and future sins will be forgiven, or he will be guaranteed paradise." Abu Dawud 1741. Da'if Hadith. The blessed land of Masjid Al Aqsa. Zayd ibn Thabit, narrated, "We were with the Messenger of Allah, collecting the Quran on pieces of cloth. Then the Messenger of Allah, said, 'Tuba, a prayer for glad tidings, is for Ash-Sham.' So we said, 'Why is that, O Messenger of Allah?' He said, 'Because the angels of Ar-Rahman spread their wings over it.'" Tirmidhi. The first Qibla al-Bara, narrated that, "We prayed toward Bayt al-Maqdis, Jerusalem, with the Messenger of Allah for 16 or 17 months. Safwan was not sure. Then it was changed to the Qibla.